Hey friends, and welcome back to the 𝐚𝐭 Homestead. I'm 𝐚𝐭, and today we have a big project in our food storage. Behind me is my pantry. This is a mix of my top and middle layer food storage, where my top layer is what I'm actively eating, and my middle layer is what I replenish my top layer. Our project today is not here, but it is down in my root cellar in my long-term food storage because we have some pastas that have been sitting on the shelf that I need to put into long-term storage. Yes, you heard that right. We can put pastas into long-term food storage. So in an emergency situation, you can be eating things that you enjoy. And I don't know about you, but I really like pasta. So we're gonna head downstairs right now and we're gonna put my extra pasta into Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. I'm gonna show you how those work. So let's get to work. Right behind me down here in the root cellar, which is where I have a majority of my long-term food storage, is I have a lot of pastas. So I actively grab from this. I also have pastas upstairs, but this is more my long-term. This is my extra storage, and I do not want to have my pastas just sitting out like this. You don't want to have your pastas just sitting out because they will go bad, or in my case, you know, I live out on a farm. There's mice. Cross my fingers, I haven't had any mice problems this year, but I don't want any sort of animal or anything getting into this. So we're gonna package these long-term into Mylar bags. I'm gonna show you how easy that is. And then I'm going to put them into a storage tote, so it'll be even more difficult for animals to get to it. I know it's not immune from mice, but it is better than just leaving it on the shelves like this. Right here is what we are going to be using today. I have 1 gallon Mylar bags and then 100 cc oxygen absorbers. We'll be using probably this whole package because for 1 gallon you're going to be using 3 to 4 100 cc oxygen absorbers. I just have these in my pantry. I want to use them. It'd probably be more efficient to use a bigger cc oxygen absorber, but I want to use these up. You can't have oxygen absorbers for forever because eventually oxygen will creep into this package. There is an oxygen indicator that some oxygen absorbers come with. You can see this right here. It is pink. If this was purple, that would mean that oxygen has gotten into the bag, and then these would be useless. You would not want to use them because you wouldn't be able to determine which ones have gotten oxygen or not. So we're still good on this. I just want to use these up because I've had them for a while and I don't want them to go bad. All right, this is how easy it is to store with Mylar bags. So we have our Mylar bags in here, which I'm going to show you. Our oxygen absorbers, the thing we're going to be putting in the Mylar bag, and scissors, and a straightener. You can use a straightener to heat the tops of your Mylar bags, or you can use an actual like Mylar bag heat clamp, which I have, but I'm down in the pantry. This has a long cord. My heat Mylar bag stamp does not have a long cord, and I don't want to take everything upstairs and put stuff in Mylar bag up there. I want to just do it simple, and a straightener makes it incredibly simple. You can even go to the store and just get like a super cheap straightener and just use it for your Mylar bag storage. So we're going to let that warm up, and we are going to get our Mylar bags ready and start filling up with our pastas. Here is our Mylar bags. I got these from As Your Standard. You can get these on Amazon. I'll post a link down below for you guys. 1 gallon bags. So this is gonna fit a lot of pasta in it, which is nice. I can put a lot of pasta in here, and then when I open it again, I can reseal it so I can keep using this bag as I use pasta. So that is a definite bonus to have in your long-term storage. I like having things that you can reuse, and I like storing a lot in the Mylar bags and then just resealing. I find that that's easier instead of just single-use Mylar bags, but you can do that as well. I do have quart-sized Mylar bags, but for what I use pasta for and the meals that I make, it just makes sense to put a lot into a gallon and then reseal as I go. These bags that I have a little like Ziploc mechanism at the top. Not all Mylar bags will have this. These are so you can reseal it. Like if this is a one-time use bag and then this is gonna go on your pantry shelf, you just close it like that and you don't have to reseal it with oxygen absorbers. They're nice. They're not my preference because I just like to reseal the bag, but yeah, they can definitely make things easy for you. On second thought, I also decided to just get out some quart bags to show you these and how many oxygen absorbers if you're going to be using quart sized. These quart size will probably be more of an individual use basis, so like one serving size of like macaroni and cheese if you're going to be making pasta, whereas this will be more of just like a long-term bulk storage, but you can still reuse the bag if you need to for the gallon. So here is our quart size and here is our gallon size. Obviously they're going to have different uses. They don't have to. I would just do a bigger size for more long-term storage and with the idea that you can reuse the bag. This is going to be a single-use bag because once you open it, it's going to be more and more difficult to reseal. Not completely impossible, but when you reseal it, it's just going to be a tiny amount of food in there. But let's do them both and I will show you guys the difference. So let's start with our quart. These have a zipper on them as well, which is nice. I guess if you want to like store snacks in here and then once you open them from your long-term storage, then you can just reseal it and put it on your pantry shelf. That's nice. I'm just going to open a box. I'm just taking off these sides because it will make it easier to pour. And we're just going to pour right in here. All right. So 1 quart is the perfect size for, this is a 12-ounce box of pasta. Next, we are going to put in 200 cc's into this quart. You can do 100 or 200. I always like to do a little extra just to be sure. Frick, I just spilled. Oh. Silly me. Okay, so we are not going to spill this. Let's open up our oxygen absorbers. So you want to use these fast, obviously, because they're taking in oxygen. This is what they look like, just 100 cc's. We're going to drop them in here, 2 of them for the quart size, and then we are going to seal it. Just right across the top. Just a couple of seconds, you can push down with the straightener. And it seals your bag. And just like that, we have pasta for long-term storage. And this would be an individual use, so I'm going to do some of these, and I'm also going to do some of the long-term. But I want to work fast because our bag is now open. I wanted to show you guys up close the process. So you open up your bag, get your bag ready, open up whatever you're going to be storing. I'm going to pour right into this bag. I'm going to try not to make a mess like last time. 200 cc's and put it in like that. Scrunch it down. Find if you make a little crevice like that, it's easier. See how the crevice holds for me. And now I'm going to go across with my straightener. Super, 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 super simple. A straightener works. You can use a iron and an ironing board. You can invest in a Mylar bag stamper. And here we go. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 more individual sizes and then I'm gonna do the rest in the gallon bag. I might change my mind too. The only thing about storing in Mylar bags is that, as you can see, it's a bit time consuming, but once you do it, you're good. I also have Mylar bags for my 5-gallon buckets. Those require 2,000 cc, so The bigger the bag, the more storage room, the more oxygen absorber cc or oxygen absorbers you would need. So for 2000 cc, I'd use an individual 2000 cc oxygen absorber, or I could use 20 of the 100, but as you can see or figure, that would just be a lot. And after this one, we are going to do a gallon. Oxygen absorbers, as their name implies, get rid of the oxygen. It's nice for Mylar bags because it gets rid of the light. Oh, I thought I had a hole right here. No, yeah, so if your bag was punctured, you would not be able to use that bag. You would just have to throw the bag away, because obviously then there would be oxygen inside your Mylar bag. Time to store up one of my favorite pastas. This is just a traditional egg pasta. It is so good. I got it from As Your Standard, and we're just gonna pop these into some gallon bags. Ooh. So, because of the shape of these, it looks like 2 bags of these to 1 gallon bag. All right. As you can see, only about 2. Put in the oxygen absorbers. And I'm trying to go as fast as possible because my oxygen absorbers are open and I don't want them to, you know, absorb all the oxygen in my root cellar. And when we are done, if I have extra oxygen absorbers left over, we will use my vacuum sealer to vacuum seal them, and then they are good to go again and just be in storage, and I don't have to use them all right now. Okay, I'm going to finish these up and then I will show you guys everything when I am done. My legs are starting to hurt, and yeah, as you can see, Mylar bags are not my favorite way, but they are cost effective and a good way to store up your food. So I'll see you guys here in a few minutes. All right, so we are upstairs. We just finished doing the noodles. I put the Mylar bags on the shelf for now before I move them into a tote later. I didn't do all of the noodles, I just did a majority because I'm still gonna be making food. And so now these noodles are in my long-term storage, so that is really cool. One thing we gotta worry about now though is our oxygen absorbers. We need to vacuum seal these ASAP. As you can see, the eye turned purple, so that means there's oxygen in there. So let's get these vacuum sealed. This is my Costco vacuum sealer. I got it from Costco on sale. I am very happy with it. It does everything I need it to. So I'm just sealing, I'm creating a bag. I'm gonna get rid of this bag right here. I'm gonna pop all the oxygen absorbers into a new bag. So I'm just gonna pop them into here. And then I'm just gonna vacuum seal it. This is the last thing that we had to do for our Mylar bag food storage today, because you do not want to leave these oxygen absorbers just like out on the counter or in a jar that you haven't used a vacuum sealer with, because they will absorb all the oxygen and then they will go to waste. We don't like to be wasteful around here, so next time I need these, I'll just open up the bag, use what I need, and then reseal it. So awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I hope you learned how to use Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers and saw how it can be a little bit of a mess, but it's also cost effective and great for long-term food storage. Everybody should have a food storage. You should have a food storage and a long-term food storage. All good things in time. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. And don't do anything a 𝐵𝐵 wouldn't do. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!